Hello, everybody. Sorry. Uh,
What a
hello,
start.
welcome to Bhenkar Brouhaha Trees and Towers. This is our Bhenkar reunion, a little two-parter. Um, I'm gonna do some announcements real quick, and then I'm gonna read a silly little poem that I literally wrote 20 minutes before we started, and then we'll play. Our first announcement is our sponsor for tonight is Canadian Dice. Go to canadiandice.ca and use the code TheVoctaire, all one word, for 15% off your order. Order by the 10th, or you won't get it by Christmas, so sucks to suck. But hey, you might get it by the new year. Maggie's dice pick is Wrath of Nature. Maggie, why don't you tell us about it?
Of Nature is a sharp edge handmade dice set from Canadian Dice. It is very sparkly and green and has like a neutral gold kind of lettering. I don't know if you all are like me, but are very picky about golds because there's more antique golds, more warm golds, white golds. This is a very pretty gold to go against like these like cool emerald greens, and they're really sparkly. And I feel like if I had these in my hand right now, I would not pay attention all session, and I would just kind of do the thing where you look at the stuff shift in the dice because they're sparkly.
I would immediately put it in my mouth.
No, they're not edible.
Don't eat the dice.
Have you tried, Maggie? Is this what you're saying?
I didn't say that I would swallow it.
For legal reasons, do not eat the dice. Okay.
Next
Next
announcement.
I'm autistic, not stupid. Or a child.
Okay. Next, check out our merch store at tinyurl.com/vac merch. You can get excellent designs like Half Orc Energy and the Vac Blob. I think there was a Splouth shirt on there, probably still. I don't know. Represent Splouth. Splouth for president.
Yes.
Whatever other holiday designs Affy has percolating as well. There's a new limited edition design available, 12 days of TTRPG designed by our own dear Affy, and all the proceeds from that go to Extra Life. Speaking of Extra Life, all through December, our regular games are on hiatus, but not to worry, we have several amazing DMs. No, there's lots of people, not just me. GM, storytellers, and bullshit artists that will be carrying the torch while the Aphamus Blob rests a bit. We are currently just over the 1,000 mark for Extra Life, $1,000 mark. We're aiming for our stretch goal of 1,500 before the end of the month. Any donations are appreciated, and you will get entered for to win a big giveaway at the end of the month with really cool things in it, like the Gooey Cube starter pack for their campaign world Zyathe, I believe is how you say it. Extra Life swag, including a really cool mechanical keyboard that has like Extra Life logos on it. Dice, stickers, Vactaire merch, much more. The link is available just below the video, and I think maybe pinned in the chat or somewhere in the chat. There it is. Donate. Awesome. Thank you, Artemis. So yeah, click the link, donate, and help us raise money for Extra Life. And in the meantime, enjoy our wonderful one-shot. For our schedule, just a quick breakdown. Tonight, Bhenkar Brouhaha, you're watching it right now. Don't miss out. Next, part 2 is tomorrow night, same time, same channel, same group of wild rainbow goths. On Sunday evening, Aphamus is over on DM Jeremy's channel for Legacy of Fire at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Monday, Aphamus is again over on DM Jeremy's channel for Old Sanguine, which is Vampire the Masquerade one-shot at 8 p.m. In case you don't know, Aphamus is the joint entity that is Affy and Artemis. So check those out the next couple of nights. On Tuesday, we have a special Silencing Night one-shot with Queen Mother GM at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. That's a Monster of the Week game. Wednesday night at 9 p.m. on Jeremy's channel on Goodman Games. I know this. On Goodman Games is Wasteland Saga. On Thursday, this is where I get to show off the fact that I took German in high school. Thursday is Das Berufung des Krampus with DM Woody at 8:30 p.m. It's a Monster Hearts one shot, yeah. And as always, find our podcast wherever you download your podcasts from.
It's for good to be in that one.
Okay. Quick little poem.
One small
Yes.
tech announcement before I let you read the poem. Hi folks,
Yes.
Discord has been a bitch today. If we suddenly disappear, it's because Discord has crapped out on us again, and we'll try to get back as soon as we can.
Yes.
Okay, tech announcement over.
Don't leave us if we disappear. We'll be right back after these messages. Okay. I have a poem for all my wonderful players and all you wonderful people watching. The world is a mess, and so are we. But we have all these friends, and we have D&D. Now off to Bhenkar, where not everything's right, but we can make magic, at least for tonight, and probably tomorrow too. The end. That's the end of my short, stupid little poem. You know, sometimes, like this time of year especially, sometimes things are rough. But we are going to play some games and have a good time with our friends who we love. And now we get to jump into our game. If I can find the top of my notes. Oh my god, I've wrote so much. Okay.
I would like to start splitting firewood in River Run, please. And grind for gold.
Is this I'm flashing. Stop. No. Why? Why? I'm so sorry.
Emily is raving, yeah.
The Bhenkar rave. Yeah.
No, stop it, stupid thing.
What's going on with you, Emily?
I don't know. Stop it, camera. Oh my god.
For people who are light sensitive, maybe look away for a few minutes.
Yeah, if you have
While you
epilepsy or
want
anything like that, look away, please.
Yay.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Everything is melting.
Hey, there we go.
Okay. You're good now.
We're good. Technology, I tell you what. Okay, now that I'm not strobing at you, let's start our game.
And it's like, back in my day.
In the world of Bhenkar, on the continent of Nastir, some months have passed since we last saw our courageous band of adventurers at the Festival of the Settling. The bulk of the harvest has come and gone down in the Immortal Canyon, but despite the calming of the seasons, these heroes are restless to find those that tried to conquer, and in their failure to do so, still managed to escape their final consequences. Messages have been sent to contacts and connections, and one promising lead has turned up. A friend of Lucy's at the Verdant Sanctum says they know someone that may be able to help. So you've all reunited and traveled the 3 days to Jeivre in Sinnet. Upon your arrival late in the evening, you all had one lovely evening's sleep in the comfortable dormitory rooms of the monastery, and are now enjoying breakfast and exploring the monastery before you will be brought to the edge of the overgrown Green Dawn forest in search of one druid ragu and the information they hold. Do we want to go around and remind people who our characters are and maybe let them know what your character's been up to for the past 3 months or so? Who wants to go? Who wants to go? Looks like it's Cedar.
Everybody
did the nose thing.
I'm Cedar the Barefoot, and I am essentially an NPC. Like everyone's not favorite NPC because Splouth is everyone's favorite NPC. I'm playing Splouth's cousin, totally blood related. Because Splouth is a grown and is like 3 or 4 feet tall, but I'm just like a really special grown toad thing, and I'm like 7 feet tall.
Bhenkar
So,
equivalent of bullywugs.
There was something really special. Auntie always said there was something really special about the water that my egg was laid in. So so totally blood related. I never even introduced my name. Sorry about that. My name is Blundlep Zor Splurloff. You can call me Blue. I'm a rad monk guy who just kind of pops in every once in a while. I have no idea what's going on, but apparently the friends of Splowf are having some destiny issues that I'm just here for the ride, bro.
You've been recruited. Who wants to go next? Oh, looks like it's Maggie.
I'm Maggie, and I'm not everybody's favorite PC that should be an NPC because Cedar and I technically made the same amount of streams. Life got crazy this summer. But I'm back now with COVID. So if I start coughing, that's why. I'm playing Wisteria. Their pronouns are they, them, unless that they are in a different form because they are a changeling. So their pronouns do change depending on the circumstance. They own a restaurant with Lucrézia, their partner, and they've been helping to run it, doing things like making the most avant-garde gastronomical experimental shit. Like Heston Blumenthal has nothing on them. Like Top Chef, more like Top Chefs plural. That's them. Besides that, they've been having local talent come in and play, including Chestnut, and they've also been making sure that people are fed, and also employing people who maybe did not have the best time getting second chances, including the little thieves' children and maybe the Cedar Dot, the other what are they called? Changelings who we stumbled upon. And yeah, just being a general delusional them boss.
Amazing.
Also, every morning they go outside and they sing to the mushrooms and oysters. The mushrooms and oysters do not get a say in this. It helps them grow.
Yeah,
Amazing.
works.
Now
All right.
somebody else has to go.
Yes, who's next? Oh, it was close.
I think it was Vic.
Dang it!
Go.
I was watching Rick to see when we were going to put fingers on noses, and I was too slow. Hi, I am Sophia, and I am playing Vic Malleus, who was a bit of a ne'er-do-well, a bit of an old man, an old warrior soul with a checkered past. But ever since the events of the first game, he's now on a fast track to redemption. In the sort of 3 months since the original events of Bhenkar, he has been training up new paladin recruits in one of the local temples to help keep the town safe. If Lucy and Wisteria get into trouble with the health inspectors, usually Vic, kind of steps in and smooths things over so that no certain underworld dealings and things get noticed. And on occasion, yeah, it's all above board. Yeah, especially when he's around, because who do challenge a paladin on that on being on things being above board, right? Also, to make sure that he's not too busy, stuck in the monastery or the temple, training initiates. Chestnut kind of drags him out to help do some combat training for Splowf on occasion. The real purpose of this is to make sure that he's being social and not just being a drill instructor the whole time.
Awesome. All right. Who we got? Who we got? Oh, you're
I'll
like
go next.
preemptively.
I'll volunteer as tribute.
Okay.
I'll volunteer as tribute. I'm Kayla. I also have COVID. Maggie looks much more put together as somebody with COVID than I do. I'm very impressed when she said that. We're just living life. It's great. I'm just actually really happy to be here, though, so it's fine. It's a good distraction. I'm playing Chestnut Citron. She is the anxiety-ridden rainbow butterfly squishmallow mom friend of the group, reining in all of the crazy goth kids that really like undead things, apparently. She is a jack of all trades bard. So, jack of all trades, master of none. That's what she's been good at her whole life. But ever since coming back from our first mission, she has achieved quite a bit of success thanks to Melody. And she's basically semi-famous now and really loving her life and putting as much energy into it as she possibly can to be the best version of herself that she can be.
Oh.
Hasn't she been doing something else with like Sploth?
Yeah, well, mostly just that Splout has been helping her with her wardrobes and stuff, and she's been dragging him along to be trained by Vic in some basic combat maneuvers. So, it's it works both ways there, because we get Vic out of the house and get him socializing a bit more with us, and then also kind of let Sploth level up a little bit more.
Totally
have to-
nothing going on between Chestnut and Alaxin or anything, though, right?
Speaking of
Oh, it's
liking
full
undead
on now.
things.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think
We're,
there's
we're fully official. We're
Oh.
sharing a room and everything at this point. Yeah.
I am going to make a mental note to add like a sewing kit to Sploth. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's standard
Totally.
adventurer's gear.
Obviously.
He
He's a
should know
standard
how to
adventurer now.
sew. Auntie taught us how. Well, his
Oh, we
mom,
got a
my
group
aunt.
hydrate over here.
Oh. Okay, who's next?
Yeah, I'll go. Rick. I'm playing Alaxin, who uses he/they pronouns. Alaxin has kind of been off for most of the last 3 months, but recently came back to, I guess like hang out with his girlfriend or something. But yeah, he's been away for most of the time, doing things that he hasn't told anybody about, really.
Nice. Secrets.
I forgot to mention that like Blue was off at the
already know.
monastery too, so like it's mysterious. We can be mysterious together, bro.
Mysterious in opposite direction.
And I do mean bro in a totally gender neutral way because Blue respects pronouns, bro.
I'm pretty sure Blue said that same thing in another game.
I think so.
Yeah, he probably did.
The gender
Blue's
neutral
like that.
bro.
Blue's like that. Can't help myself.
Yeah.
All right. Last one. Lucy.
Last one. Okay. I'm Elissa, and I am playing Lucy, or Lucrézia Morphe, who is a tiefling grave cleric. Has a little colony of bats that they hang out with, and is the other part of the somewhat infamous restaurant with Wisteria. Maker of questionable biscuits. The end. Yeah, I think that sums it up nicely.
That sums it up. Awesome. Well, speaking of questionable biscuits, those servants of Quinnis that stay here at the Verdant Sanctum monastery make up a nice kind of humble breakfast for you to enjoy at a separate table from the supplicants that live there on a permanent basis. There is a spread of oatmeal and baked apples with a crock of honey on the side, and a much less humble plate of delicious-looking pastries glazed with sugary icings and jams piled up on a small platter. Platter? What? No, platter, courtesy of Lucy. The climate in this part of the continent is considerably more temperate than down in the canyon, but they do still have things like coffee and tea, and what looks like a special jug of lemonade imported from the canyon nations that have much warmer climates. The residents here don't seem to speak during breakfast for some reason, but they also don't seem to judge you if you do. What would you like to do? Would you like to talk over breakfast? Like to eat some questionable pastries?
Have some coffee.
This puts
Yes,
myself
I've
in the
made.
eye. Sorry, am I here? I don't think
Yeah.
I'm here yet, right? Oh, I am?
You
When did
are,
I
yeah.
get here?
They would have picked you up on the way.
Oh, okay.
It
Get
took them
in,
3
losers.
days.
We're going shopping. Just kidding, we're not. We're going to the monastery.
I love that Blue has no idea when they got there.
No, not even a clue. We just finished another semester and it's just been straight parties the whole time. I don't even know how I got home last night.
Blue woke up under a tree outside the monastery. No
It
idea
was
how they
pretty
got there.
great. It was like a beautiful dawn. And I walked in here to say hey, and you guys were here. Holy crap. How's it going? Oh shit, y'all are being real quiet. Is this vow of silence?
Blue, it's so nice to see you. Would you like a pastry? I made them fresh this morning.
They're so good. Oh my god.
Sure, bro. And he looks at the other monks and stuff. Is this monastery any way close to the one that Blue studies at?
Probably not, because you would be down in the canyon. This is a couple days travel even west from there. And it's dedicated specifically to the deity Quinis, who is god of nature.
Yeah, it's a religious monastery. Got it. Occidental. Got it. I got here on a party bus last night, I think.
Goddess, right?
What was that?
Lucy's goddess, right?
Yep.
Quinis?
Yep.
I think I woke up next to the carriage stop. I think that took a party wagon here or something like that.
Yeah,
Maybe
the
like
party bus
strobe lights.
stops here all the time, but we don't know why the party bus stops here. It's a
Well,
mystery.
Right
guys
now,
have
it's
good
just because all the places are letting out for break right now, so that's
Yes.
probably why I'm kind of dehydrated.
Oh, we have some water. Don't you worry. I will go get you some.
Yeah, I reach into my bag and I pull out oh my god, a spritzer, and I shake it and it's empty.
Oh, here, let me help you, Blue. I will take this and fill it up for you.
Have you ever tried
Thanks,
squirting with
Lee.
lemonade? That might be kind of fun. There's some
I feel
really
like
cold
that would
lemonade
be
on the
kind of
table.
acidic for my pores, but it's really good when
Yeah,
you're
but
trying to do some
it's
toner on there.
cleansing.
Got a little
Yeah.
bit of lemon and witch hazel, though. You can't put too much lemon in it because it technically bleaches your skin.
Oh. Maybe
In
don't do that.
minuscule ways, of course. But
How many people eat a pastry?
I'll have a pastry. Why
A
not?
scary question,
I
but I would
aware?
eat a pastry.
Anyone that
I
has
I was
Still
offered.
warm.
it's what is it, D100, I believe.
Oh boy.
Yep, it is a D100.
Is this one of those
I
that
have the
turn
chart
into
up if you need them.
for
Yes,
an
please.
hour?
Okay.
I have so
Who
many
wants
tabs
to roll
open.
first?
D100, you said?
Yep.
I got a
I'm
75.
drinking so much water right now.
Okay, 75. D6. Roll a D6.
Oh, double roll here.
Hmm.
Okay.
An
We're about to
extensive
get
chart.
temperate inputs.
A 1.
Okay, your skin takes on a red leafy pattern for the next hour.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Sick.
You trying
Wow,
something
Chestnut.
out there,
Chestnut
Chestnut?
starts like interpretive dancing, like making the leaves
Yes.
like flow and like move around and stuff. This is so cool, Lucrézia. Oh my gosh, I should add this to my
Wow.
act. I gotta remember
Best
which
breakfast
pastry this is
ever.
next time. This is I'm rocking this. This is awesome.
I love
rolled,
him. Yeah, this dance is great that goes with this. I have never seen it before.
I
Well, you
rolled
can
a
add it to your list.
54.
54. Okay.
Is everybody here, by the
Oh,
way, at the table? Like everybody, including Alaxin, or is he not here? Is
I mean,
Splout here?
Alaxin definitely like woke
Yes.
up before everyone and ate with the monks because they didn't want to talk.
Okay, like he's here,
Perfect
like
for
right
this is
now.
your kind of breakfast.
Vic's
Yeah.
there, but he's not eating. He was like, "Look, I know what these pastries do, and the last time I ate one, I spent like 5 hours thinking about goblins."
But they're so delicious. I don't understand, Vic.
It
They're
was definitely
delicious,
worth it.
but they make me do weird things. And I
So
get in
Blue,
trouble.
as you're there, one by one, little fireflies pop into a halo around your head that's going to be sticking with you for the next hour.
Oh, I love that one. That is so cute.
I
Blue, that
could
looks
not
so
believe that.
You know,
when I
Until you
saw
eat them.
No.
Million
I-
fireflies, something. I don't know. I heard the song from an owl in a city, but I
Owl,
don't.
yeah.
I'm gonna
Owl.
roll.
Oh,
I'm gonna
this is
roll a tongue
mysterious.
roll to try and eat one because I can't resist my baser instincts.
There you go.
I mean, you might have
It's
food
a
for the next
2.
hour. Who knows? Maybe they just keep popping back into existence when you eat them. I don't know.
I'm like, man.
Are they delicious? What do they taste like?
I smile. I don't have any teeth, so like when I smile, it's just like, and like this is glowing.
Yes.
Splouth rolled a 41, by the way.
Sweet. Okay.
Well,
Splout?
You know he ate one.
cousin. Little
Yes, he
cousin,
definitely
I'll
ate
tackle that
one.
monster.
So suddenly Splout has a flaming mohawk off the top of his head.
You guys, I think this is a really interesting fashion choice that I maybe should keep it.
I love it, Sprout. Oh my
Oh, you look
god.
fantastic, Splout.
He
Rocket
Wow.
says that and then
Like,
immediately gets
something
taken
like
off
this.
the table because I'm
I'm-
tackling him to the floor.
Lucy's taking notes on what happens to each of you as it happens in a book.
Caleb, what were
I
you
rolled
saying?
a 55.
What was it?
55?
55.
55? Okay, 1 second. Oh, you also have a halo of fireflies pop into existence around you.
So cute.
Sweet.
And after he sees all this, Vic is just like, "Oh, bloody hell!" And grabs
Victor?
one. And eats, yeah, he grabs one and eats one. And I rolled a 41.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vic didn't
41.
want to be left out. See,
Okay,
Vic,
you also have a matching haircut to Sploth now.
So the
Sweet.
bald guy now has a flaming mohawk.
Yes.
badass.
And
You
I
look
will eat one
so
too.
rock and roll.
Amazing.
So I got a 21. I don't know what that's going to do. We'll see. Nothing happens. It smells great and tastes like bark.
Oh. Great.
Yeah,
Amazing.
fair enough.
It tastes
Alright.
like barf.
Bark. Bark, like
Bark.
tree bark.
Oh, I thought you said barf.
Weird.
I was like,
Well, I mean, I can add that in, but it's not in the list yet.
Eventually, as you're kind of winding down with your meal, you see a young tiefling woman, Zaz, waving to Lucrézia with an elderly halfling gentleman on her arm. Lucy, you vaguely recall that this is Elder Grinwell Applegrass.
Ah.
He doesn't
Hello,
come out of
Zaz. Hello, Elder.
He doesn't come out of his chamber as much as he is very, very old, but it seems as though your friend has been charged with keeping him entertained today.
that's a hobbit ass name right there. Damn.
How have you been? It has been a long time since I've been back.
Oh yes, pretty good. It's quiet here. It's very nice.
Yes, yes. It is good to be back in this peaceful place. Where we have been, it has not been so peaceful.
Wait, where? What do you mean?
We had some trouble in the city that we are just in before this.
Ah. Oh,
Yes.
down in the canyon, huh?
Yes, yes. But we
Well,
solved it, mostly.
Okay. That's good. I was just coming down to take Elder Appleglass to the archives.
Oh, yes. We would like to see the prophecy. It came up in some of our travels.
Oh, sure. You'd have to go down to the,
I do, yes.
special.
Is it okay if we had there after breakfast?
Don't see why not. You are knowledgeable enough,
Yes. I will guide the group.
right?
We will not touch anything we shouldn't. Because you
make no
remember
such
what happened last
promises.
time.
She just kind of looks at you like, okay.
What?
I just want to be honest, I can't make any such promises, but I will do my best to respect, as a member of a monastery myself, I'll try.
Oh, where are you a member?
We never
I know.
established that. Hang
You
on
can
a
make it up
sec.
if you want.
I'll make it up. We'll come back to me. We can start walking and talk.
Okay, so yeah,
You broke them.
put you on the
today.
spot. Invent a monastery, quick. So obviously Lucy would know this, having grown up here for the most part. The Verdant Sanctum doesn't really have a chapel for worship because they worship the god of nature and rot and like plants and decay and all that kind of stuff. So they do have outside in the graveyard, they have an altar covered in flowers and rotting food, like it's like a compost pile basically. Instead, they have a dedicated archive to all of their musings over the centuries on nature and rot and how to cultivate, hybridize, ferment, and fertilize all the different cycles of life and death and everything in between. It's a very large library. There are big work tables and study rooms. And generally speaking, unless you plan to grow something or perform a funeral, the information in this room is somewhat useless and uninteresting. But as Lucy knows well, because Quinnis is an interesting figure that enjoys tricks and prophecies and seeing, visions and things like that. There is much more to this monastery than books on germination of various kinds of seeds. So you watch as Zaz and Elder Applegrass step away to a quieter room already filled with books and scrolls and some kind of magnifying apparatus to help him read. And he says, "I'm gonna turn on the extra lights," and whatever. He's very, very small and sort of like, he looks a little bit grumpy, like half his face is hidden by eyebrows and a mustache. So he goes in there, and Lucy leads you to a back wall covered in built-in shelving, absolutely loaded with books on how to use different kinds of plants and flowers. And I will let Elissa describe what happens as you go back to that wall.
So we head back to the wall, and on the side of the wall, you can see there's some shelf fungus actually growing. And I reach up and I say, "S'il te plaît, ouvre pour moi, pour qu'on puisse descendre dans les cavernes." And the bookshelf slowly slides back, and you see behind it all of these vines covered in different kinds of lichen and things that kind of slowly pull back. leaving an opening, a gaping maw into the earth. Okay, I think that we can go down now, everyone, if you're ready to head in.
Do we need to
Whoa.
extinguish our flame in air first, me and Blue?
I think that you are okay. We need to be able to see in the dark anyways, Victor.
Sorry,
No worries.
I mean me and Splot, me and Master Sploth, not Master Blue. Blue's got the
Yes,
fireflies.
no? It is fine. All of this light, it will help us to see. It is fine. Do not worry. We can go down. You will see there are also many, how you say this, the glowworms, they hang from the ceiling and they illuminate the cavern that we are about to go into. So it will be quite an adventure. Just don't catch them on fire.
You're the only glowworm I need in my life, Lucrézia.
Oh, ma petite ver de terre. I give Wisteria a little kiss on the cheek.
We
That's
hold
so
hands.
cute.
Adorable.
And like then we went on break, and that, but like beforehand, that was the reason why I decided to join up the Eta Theta Tau Arroyo monastery.
Ah, there it is.
Okay. Yeah. Have fun in the caverns and such.
Okay, so as we head into the caverns, you can see that there are little alcoves and spaces that in some cases have scrolls that are encapsulated in bark sometimes or other things. Sometimes there are things scrawled across very sturdy looking pieces of shelf fungus that have been stuck into these little cubby holes. We make our way down and I stop in front of one and I'm like, this is the scroll that we have been looking for, everybody. This is what should have contained most of the knowledge that we would have needed, but we just had part of it, and not even part that I had read before. So I don't know what we will find here today, but let's see.
Yeah.
And I pull the scroll out. There's a bit of a kind of shelf off of the wall, and I open it up so that we can have a look.
What language is it in?
Gosh, what did I say before? Sylvan, I think.
I can read it.
This one is not all like written on like the version that you found before. It says the 14th prophecy of Quinis taken down in the year 2172 by Seer Sanciel and Jeivre. And it says pretty much the same thing, but that you heard before, the full version. Cities rise, towers fall, wretches few liberate all. One in life, a blooming flower, rising in their eloquent power. Oh my goodness, guys. Child, indeed you need no mask. You only need fulfill your task. Take your words and twist them tight. That is where you find your might. Strangle, sleep, and silence them. Queen of Death will then condemn. One was once a faithful soldier, highly placed and rubbing shoulders, fled away to realms of peace to find a way to be released. From memories of pain and strife, to lands of Quinis filled with life, bow and whip will be required before the soul can then retire. One was brave and then was lost, centuries of darkness cost, former friends forever behind as memories fond flee their mind. Now return to live again as God's attempt to make amends. A gift, or yet perhaps a curse, to save this land from the perverse. One with power to entice, resistant to the lure of vice, crafter of both song and story, follow now to calls of glory. Laughter now will turn to spite, and villains will regret this fight, then rise again to shining fame, so all may wish to know your name. One in life and loss entrenched, a fervor that cannot be quenched, with power to keep hope alive, blessed of Quinis go and thrive. Wretched yet with wretches stay, keep the shining dark away. Even though you fight and bleed in this great quest, you will succeed. Cities rise, towers fall, wretches few liberate all.
See, that thing ain't exactly right. I did not retire. Oh, bollocks, that probably means we ain't done.
What does it mean though? Like, there's a lot
Or
of rhyme.
maybe-
Like, I got the structure. Like, I get the pentameter and all of that, but like, what's the true meat of this prophecy?
I took a couple of classes this past semester on like ancient poetry and so on and so forth, and a composing class. So like, I could take a crack at interpretation of it, but I think that you guys have pretty much got most of it down. Of course, this is just me speaking off the top of my head, which is covered in a crown of fireflies, but soon to be no more. And I just like lean my head back and I'm like, oh, yeah, yeah.
As you
Oh,
do
lower
that,
down the gas, but
Wisteria's just like snap clausing, like just like hyping you up. Like we're at like a deaf poetry reading.
I've written a few things myself, I guess, but like, what was the narrator here? They may not be reliable.
Oh, I think since it comes from Quinnis, it is probably not reliable. They are a bit of a trickster, and many times
Well-
we cannot know what they really mean.
I mean, it caused quite a turmoil the first time we read it, and it
Yes.
wasn't even fully fleshed out then. So, I think it's this time, like the first time, we should just probably not take it at any more than face value.
No.
It's just some flowery words on parchment. Anybody can do that.
Oh my
Yes.
god, what if
Causing trouble.
Even me.
I got an idea? What if we started putting like little poems into the pastry so when you open one, you get like a little prophecy? We could call them like prophecy pastries or something.
Yeah, like
What if you
fortune
Oh,
choke on
ma
it or eat it?
chérie, you are brilliant.
Prophecies.
Yes, yes,
Whoa.
Victor. Yes,
I
exactly
high-five
that.
Vic.
I love that.
They're not just
Um,
fortune cookies, I swear.
This room that you're in, so like when you walked in, like is a larger cavern than some of the other ones that you walked past, and when Lucy walked up, there's like shelves that have different like scrolls and tablets and things kind of displayed along the top of shelves, and some of them are under glass. And this room also has like there's like little rooms off to the sides you see. And Lucy, you would know that like some of the seers, when they lose a lot of their mobility in their older years, they're actually moved into bedrooms down here where the crystals in
Okay.
the ceiling can help them focus their sight, and they can spend whatever time they have left divining what they can from existing prophecies and trying to seek new ones. There are usually attendants assigned to them down here to help care for them and take notes, but at the moment no one is living down here. There are also some other little like, do you remember old school library catalogs? Like the little narrow shelves that have like cards in them and stuff?
Mm.
There's a bunch of those kind of arranged around these like center shelves that have there's 21 prophecies, major prophecies. And these are all just like little minor prophecies that are there's really no context for them, but they still like write them down on a card and keep them just in case.
Mm. This is a place where the prophecies are kept, but also it is a cave of seeing. So the old seers, they come here, and in the end of their lives, they are cared for, but also they bless us with the last of the visions they will ever see. So there are a lot of unfinished pieces of visions that are catalogued in this area.
Do you think this prophecy is one of them? An unfinished vision?
It is possible. I never thought to ask more. We would have to ask someone. Is there more? Has someone else had parts of this that are not included here? I do not know. I could not say.
I'm already
can
seeking
ask.
the reference desk.
Yes.
Is there a reference desk?
Find the librarian.
I'm looking for it.
I don't think there's a reference desk because usually the only people that know about this room and come down here are like the seers or their assistants.
I rolled a fuller plus fuller 8.
You don't see anyone.
What a really quick library.
I will let you roll. If anyone wants to like look around at some of the little stuff, you can roll a d12 to see what minor prophecies you find. Or if you would like,
Do I have a D12?
yeah.
Okay.
Or if anyone wants to inspect any of the other major prophecies, you can also do that.
Well, my thing doesn't lie in prophecies and like looking forward. It's mostly in what lies right now and within. So like, can I have the firefly crown that's on above your head there, Wisteria?
How do I just like
Oh,
this?
don't worry, you don't even have to
Kind of
move, hold
like
still.
duck all of a sudden. All right.
Don't move or you'll end up with like Blue's tongue stuck to your nose.
I have better aim than that.
Who got 9? Who got 9? That was
7 here.
7.
I got
Okay.
7.
Wisteria?
2 7s. Oh, Wisteria got 9. Okay. Wisteria, you pull a card out and it just says, the hero of the tower will see more dark days, but will end in light.
Hey guys, the hero of the tower, they're gonna like see more dark days, but they're gonna end in light, which is so deep. It's so deep. I just
Yeah.
Both of you that get 7, you see very similar things. One says, the howling snows will consume a selfish heart, and the other one says, the howling snows hide a gate.
Well, that's just like calling it like you see it. Raging snow often hides many things and often cools many hot things. That doesn't make it necessarily worthy of a prophecy. Granted, everybody's worthy of one thing or another, and also born worthy of respect.
There is also, if any, I guess in relation to those, if anyone wants to make history or religion checks, especially about like the howling snows.
Excuse me, Miss Tiefling lady, attendant, and little old hobbit ma'am. Is there like a Dewey Decimal System organizational thing going on here?
They're still upstairs.
Oh, well, I'll be right back then. And I go upstairs in like one bound because my legs are huge.
Great.
I got a 15 for my history check on
I got
the
16
snow
on
prophecy.
religion.
Wow,
Perfect.
Vic. Way to one up me.
So, I think like you both kind of think of it at the same time, but maybe in slightly different ways. The howling snows, there's like the continent at the North Pole is uninhabitable. It's like snowstorms and ice, and it's just terrible. But there is supposed to be a like a rift gateway there that goes to another like kind of an in-between place in the inner planes, and no one's tried to go there because there are some legend of like the last people that tried to go through the gates in the south were never seen again. So no one really goes there, but there is like a tower too that like some mages keep watch over, and I'd say religion-wise, especially Vic, you would know that there used to be a guardian there that was named Twill that was banished for trying to take over the the Wilding Forest, which is kind of like the Feywild.
Well, that's totally reasonable to put a very powerful person in a really small remote place with a gateway to who knows where who knows what powers lie beyond. Totally untethered to any authority figures. Wow. Also, I'm back. What did I have to roll to do persuasion? I need to ask the DM.
Oh yeah, go ahead, roll persuasion.
Okay, I'm going back upstairs. Sorry.
What were you gonna say, Sophia? Nick?
Before I got distracted by the cat, I after hearing, putting my head together with Chessie, I'm like, and one of those minor prophecies was about a selfish art, right? What if? Well, okay, so that one that escaped from the other tower, from the one where we, with all the mirrors and shite. Well, she's selfish. She's a freaking capitalist so-and-so. I'm trying to temper my language a little bit now, now with the initiates and stuff. But, so I wonder... Oh, bloody hell. I'm not just saying that because Donna's on the camera.
Wonders.
I want. Oh God. God's above.
Spit it out, Vic.
I wonder.
Spit it out, Vic.
Huh?
What do you think? Spit it out.
Okay. Well.
No buttholes on camera, Donna. God.
Yeah, we're gonna get banned. Well, we're not big enough to get banned. I think if we put 2 and 2 together a bit. What if she's gone up north to the abandoned tower to go find this guardian that was banished and bring him back and cause more chaos?
Yeah, that seems pretty likely, Vic.
Then we should stop her because we're part of the prophecy. And once we complete the prophecy, then you can retire. Because if you don't complete the prophecy, you never receive your prophecy benefits, right?
That's right. We all need those.
Benefits.
Prophecy benefits.
It's like a 401k or whatever that is. I don't know.
Something like that, I think, yes.
Did Donna get a haircut? Sorry, I'm really distracted by and mesmerized.
She's been really stressed recently. She gave herself a haircut.
Oh, Donna.
Really?
Yeah.
Baby.
So.
Yeah. Cedar, you got an 18 to persuade. I'll say, Zaz will come down and try to help you look for stuff.
No, just looking is this an unfinished prophecy? This big one, is it filed here somewhere as well? Why is this one got a special place?
So the major prophecies are presumed to be full and complete, and they are kept in a prominent place so they can be reviewed and studied in case we can figure out who they refer to, if they refer to people, or look for signs that they might be in action. That is how we found Lucy. Because of them,
who gave this prophecy? Is there a footnote?
No, there is not, unfortunately.
Why?
There were no extra pieces that someone else may have channeled at some point. That could go along with it.
So there are always more little bits and pieces. That's why we keep all these little scraps, and she kind of points to the little cards around.
Yeah.
Like, here's the
um,
archivist here. Do you have like an archivist, like a head archivist?
no, there's everyone. There are the elders, but you know.
Sorry, I'm trying really hard not to be judgmental, but it's very much showing on my face. It speaks in all caps because it's so big.
I mean, the major prophecies they take down when they were told and who saw them,
Then
and the circumstances in which they did.
Then what's the information on this big prophecy right here that we're talking about?
This one, taken down by Seer Santiel. Oh, when she was very young, about 600 years ago or so.
She's still alive. Like sometimes
No,
that's like less than a lifetime for some
she
people.
she passed away a few years ago, but she was only maybe 100 years old when she took this down.
Is she lay
Uh,
somewhere? Like, can we like do some like you?
oh,
Like, I'm just saying, like, some of you guys are like religious folk that can possibly cast something that allows you to speak with the dead.
yeah, true. Um, I mean, she's buried in the graveyard, and you see her like point to a door because they keep the elderly seers down here. During their last days, they need easy access to the graveyard for when they do pass away, and so they have like a tunnel that goes out up into the graveyard. I know you were also looking for a ragu.
Yes.
That would be the way to get out there as well and go talk to Ragu.
Okay, we will go find him.
What? I think I broke your friend.
All right, I'm gonna have to leave before I say something really fucked up.
Oh, you
Toodles.
know, though, I will say, because
Okay, bye, Blue.
Lucy, you haven't been here in a little while.
No, it has been a while.
We used to only have 20 prophecies, 20 major prophecies, and then this year we got the 21st prophecy by Sia friend de Novo, literally just before she died.
Wow, that is impressive.
It was
What
only
was it about?
maybe 6 or 7 months ago. Oh, here, and she she walks over. This one's in like a glass case, and she just kind of touches the glass case, and you all hear a voice, out loud in this room. It seems like it's like a magically recorded voice having this prophecy. It is so dark here in the heart, amid the muffled groans of rock, locked in crystal, lost epistles left in the aftershock, little demons frozen, screaming, waiting for their release, their poisoned ruler, no one crueler, a fury that will not cease. All once sleeping, now start creeping out of their mineral cage. Lord of hatred, sick and sacred, prepares to come of age. And it goes quiet.
The irony of dying on your birthday is that, like, that sounds like about something being buried alive. That's like my interpretation of it. This place has got some things going on here.
Yeah, that is a
Was this
weird
like
one.
a-
We don't have any idea what it's referring to.
Let me make a
That one's very
religion check
ominous.
here, my friend, real quick. Oh, yeah, that was mad ominous. I can only imagine the mental state of an old lady. A divination wizard, I'm assuming.
And maybe some
All right.
combination of things.
You don't
But-
know the person that did this 6 months ago. I'm sorry.
They were at a different. I'm losing all the accents. They
I'm
were at
sorry.
a different temple elsewhere. I think on another continent. But we always, all the monasteries keep the prophecies. Keep record.
Lucy, you're more than welcome to come join Ada Theta Tau, you know.
I think I have to stay here, regardless. But thank you for this kind offer, Blue.
Well, and you know,
Okay.
some of these, they are many, many years previous to when they actually happened. So, I mean, like,
Yes.
the one about Lucy and all of you friends, you know? This 14th prophecy, it was 600 years ago. And you are just here now.
Yeah, you just said though that this prophecy was given 6 to 7 months ago, right before the person died.
True. So that maybe this, we will know what this one means in another 500 or 600 years. I don't know.
If the
Or
world
maybe
still
we will
exists,
know next week.
who
Who can
knows?
You
say?
know, I kind of feel like I'm being like there's a moment here. I feel like I'm being tested. Is this a test? Am I being tested? Is this a
Mm.
test?
Oh,
I don't
blue,
even
ma
attend this
chère,
monastery.
mon
Is it?
frère.
Did
Life is a test, chérie.
did Master
Do not worry
Raid
about
Mm.
it.
like send a raid into you or something? I did well. Like, was he testing me or something? Sorry, I'm so confused. I was just here to visit and stuff, but like this prophecy really caused my friends
Well,
here, like my friends here, some
I
pain,
think
and
I think that guy Ragu has some answers for us. It sounded
Yes,
like
I think
he
so
kind of
too.
knows more about the prophecies than everybody else here. Maybe we should
Yes.
ask him.
let's go.
Ragu, yes, they are a very interesting person.
I rolled a
Their name makes
20.
me hungry. You guys
Natural
have Ragu
religion.
here. Can we eat that?
Can you eat what?
Pasta
The ragu.
sauce. I'll make you
Yeah,
some
not the
spaghetti,
person.
Chestnut.
They might know how
Okay,
to
I
make
bet yours
some.
is really good, Blue.
Yeah, vodka sauce is the key. Low and
Mhm.
slow. But anyway, I rolled a natural 20 on my religion check +4.
Whoa. Hell yeah.
This was in regards to Quinnis specifically, or
The most recent prophecy and wonder and like trying to like connect that to any religious aspects that Blue might have studied in his time at his monastery over at Ada Theta Tau.
I don't think this is. What is the total of that one?
Total natural 20 and 24.
24.
I can't roll much higher. My specialization isn't in religion. It's mostly in inner peace.
There are some references in this prophecy that you think might have connections to some things, like, so in the history of this world, there
I'm
was.
thinking about this when we're going to see Mr. Pasta Sauce.
Yes, you're like walking up out into
I am
kind of
contemplating
tunnels. In
that the PCs take lead.
in the lore of Bhenkar, in the history of the world, basically 3 gods created this planet. It was Quinnis, Lawless, and Zenis created the world together. The other gods who were not involved either came in to collaborate on things later or got jealous and tried to sabotage. Some of them, like Bruxitana and Plarouz, used more manipulative means to get involved. They basically not only sowed the ideas of like ambition, but also greed. War was a thing that happened because of these two. But Verit, who is the god of destruction and chaos, is said to have taken a lance of primordial energy and tried to throw it at Bhenkar to destroy it. It
Did he
didn't
also
work.
get buried alive in stone and become a seed of
No.
hatred?
No.
Well, I got nothing.
But I would say what you would know is in order to the lance of energy did not destroy the planet because the inner planes were protecting it and kind of keeping it like held it together, even though it's like cracked all through the planet. But Lawless, the god of light, and Rainet, the god of darkness, basically filled the cracks with magical minerals called Ether Shade and Ether Bright, and So, and they look very like crystalline. So you would get an idea, like when it says they're locked in crystal, maybe something was put there by the lance, and maybe it got stuck in the planet
They've been
when
huffing the
they
crystal dust.
when they fixed it
Got
later.
it. Now they want to eat faces. Got it.
Maybe. But you haven't heard anything about like weird rock demons or anything, so I don't know. Not a problem yet.
What about demons who are in a band? Rock demons.
I was
I
like,
feel like
a devil did
no one
go
would
down
have
to
a
Thinking
problem.
Georgia.
Chatty.
A devil did go down to Georgia, and he did have a demon band.
Where is Georgia?
So it's south of the canyons.
Oh.
Pretty sure I'm saying it wrong.
Dang, now I
I
have to
don't
Never
make
think
a
seen
I've
it.
town
ever
called
heard of it
Georgia.
before.
I'm
Now
not
I
sure
gotta
if I'm
make a town
saying it
called
right.
Georgia.
I'm not
Do
sure
they
if I'm
have-
saying it right. I believe I read it, so like I don't know how it sounds like.
Oh, okay.
Wait, in Georgia though,
It's a
Emily,
city-state.
do they have gravy but they spell it like your grandma did?
I hope so. They
Probably
better.
have some
With
Olympic
2
rings.
E's?
Gravey.
EE.
Yeah,
Grave. E.
gravy.
All right. Well, I push the door open. It is really gloomy place.
Yeah, eventually you emerge from the tunnel in into a kind of small stone outbuilding. You see shovels and pruning shears along one wall and large blank stone slabs and carving tools along the other wall. Emerging from this building, you're just inside the tree line of the Green Dawn Forest. There's a narrow path from this building to what looks like a graveyard.
When we emerged, while we were like going down this tunnel, I definitely was conspiratorially telling Lucrézia that she should be. I think she should be careful because this monastery that she's a part of might be some sort of funnel just to eventually put her into the basement and then funnel her into a graveyard when she gets old and wise. So like
But
it
Blue,
seems like a pretty decent like funnel.
this is how everybody from the monastery goes, though. This is the way of Queenies. It is the
To
decomposition,
die in the
the final
basement
stage, to become part
like
of
a
something
secret.
else. No, it is just part of the stages of life.
I'm confused, but like I never was terribly religious in the way of understanding the gods. I've
I
studied
think
them
you
and
are more
everything, but
religious
like
in the way of the party bus, and it is not the same kind of thing, you know.
no,
Party
like yeah, party boss
Yeah.
and inner
Religion of the party
peace.
bus. Yeah.
The
You
religion
know,
way.
at least like that one thing that like they were meant that like the Lance did they filled in the gaps with that did sound like something that got huffed at one party or two. Though I will say that.
Well, I mean, we supply the mushrooms to some of these parties, but we don't
I
really
know.
take those ones ourselves.
There was like a special sparkle off to the most recent shipment,
We
and I
don't-
was like, hey.
We don't take those mushrooms ourselves.
Well, yeah,
Are
you have
you
to have
sure?
you have to have a high constitution, and everybody at the monastery is fairly high of constitution. And you know, some of us can also take hits pretty hard. It gets weird sometimes. Not even just like the jumping off the roof into the pool next door kind of weird, but like, you know.
That sounds like it was based on a real story, though.
Yeah, I'll tell you about it sometime, but you know,
When I'm older, yes.
they put you in the basement because you'd be too old to go back up the stairs. I'm just saying, it's kind of fucked up.
Once you make it to the basement, you're not worried about the stairs. That's all I'm saying. It's
Well,
fine.
where do you
That's
go to the bathroom and like you just have to shit in a pot for the rest of your life?
There's magic for that.
I haven't made
That's
it to
disgusting.
I
I'm
haven't
sorry,
made it to the
no.
basement yet. I don't
No.
know.
That's what
No.
prestidigitation is for.
Things to
No,
find
I
out
know
later
some. Oh my
on.
god.
Something to
Oh
know.
man, we'd have some
As-
wizards study at the monastery, and they were those kinds of guys. And I gotta say, that's just wrong.
As you walk out, there's the graveyard is just kind of between the forest and the monastery. And Lucy, you know that if you were to go north within the edge of the tree line for about a quarter mile and then turn into the forest, you'd be able to get to Ragu.
Okay. What do you guys think? Do you want to go see Ragu right now? Did you want to take in the sights of my graveyard? One of my first graveyards ever. I'm very attached to it.
It's
So
moist.
Oh, I would love to see.
It
I'd love to
is,
see
yes.
the favorite parts of your graveyard, but I do think we also need to talk to Ragu. So if you could give us like the Cliff Notes version, maybe.
Damn,
Okay.
Chestnut.
Quick,
I'm
quick
hungry too.
running graveyard tour, and off to Ragu we go.
Great.
Great.
Have
This
it
is
There,
my favorite
expired.
fungi here, and this mushroom is very poisonous.
Okay. Don't get to that
the
one.
the headstones of the seers are particularly ornately carved with like vines and flowers and things on them.
Oh,
And the rest of them
neat.
are relatively plain for just regular old people. The seers are the ones that are revered at this monastery.
See, this is the end spot, Blue. This is where you get to go at the end. The best headstones. Amazing.
It's true. They've got amazing mosses.
Well, yeah, I guess that makes it easy for when people want to dig your house back up and ask you questions about your vague ass prophecy.
I could do that.
Sorry, that was really out of pocket.
Once you've had a tour of the graveyard, Lucy leads you north within the edge of the tree line for about a quarter mile. If you've ever been in the most overgrown parts of like forested coastal land, like Maine or like up in Oregon or even to Vancouver, that's what it's like here. The ground often goes between cold hard stone and soft spongy detritus. There's a mix of evergreen varieties and tall hardwood trees, and nowhere do you find an actual path to follow, but Lucy seems to know the way. At some indistinguishable point, Lucy takes a sharp turn deeper into the woods. After about 30 minutes, you see what first appears as a pile of logs with a very, very large black bird on it. The bird shifts, then flies off behind the logs at your approach, which now appears to have a much more structure to it than you initially thought. As you finally get close, a figure emerges from behind this sort of hutch thing, and a shorter humanoid with dark skin and bright shining silver eyes and a long hooked nose appears. This is Ragu.
Okay.
Ragu, my old friend,
Nice,
it has been so long.
Is he a
Hey.
shifter too?
Interesting question. Maybe. Maybe somewhere between a shifter and a were-raven and just a druid that can turn into
Oh.
stuff.
Good answer, my friend.
Hey, what's up? Oh yeah, you sent me a message. You were looking for information.
Yes.
You were trying to find this lady that got away or something?
Yes, part of the broken glass.
Mm.
Terrible organization. We took it down, but she got away.
Oh,
Into someplace else. She walks through a mirror, if I remember correctly. We don't know quite where.
well, all right. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I know that much about that kind of magic. Seems pretty complicated, but
Well, Vic seemed to think that maybe she went up like north where it's really cold. Does that sound right to you,
Oh.
Mr. Ragu?
Well,
Can I call you Mr. Ragu?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh no. We lost somebody.
Oh, we lost.
Uh-oh.
We lost Maggie.
Maggie!
Maggie, come back. Maggie, come back.
Yeah, does that sound like
Huh.
something that you recognize, Mr. Ragu? A really cold place up north from here?
I mean, there's like, well, there's like a continent north that's kind of, hold on, let me pull out a map. Go in into this little shack, pull out a map.
Blue pulls a map out of his pocket and unfurls it, and
It's
it's like
totally a
16
better map.
squares.
So, oh yeah, you got one too. Okay, great. So, like, we're in Nastier. This is where we are.
It's as big as I am.
It's right here. There's Izol, which is north of us, like directly north. But I mean, I don't know. It doesn't sound like there's not a lot of towers there. There's like a big lighthouse.
That could
There
be a
is
tower.
supposed to be some kind of tower, like in the middle of nowhere in Terrain-Avus, but it's like, I mean, nobody goes there.
Isn't that like a place to go if nobody goes there then? If you're on the run to some sort of obelisk in the middle of nowhere that nobody goes to?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe a good
Blue's
place
on
to
the-
get away.
What
How come
religion
nobody
did you
goes there?
What religion did you say this was? The broken glass? Was that?
Yes, the broken
Yeah.
Capitalism.
capitalism indeed. Not really a religion, just a belief.
It's a
Oh.
god, man. Well, maybe to
Amen.
them it's a religion. I don't want to judge, but like
Are we
they
talking
took it a
like
little too far.
We're talking greed.
oh, so like some
Deep.
Bruxatana stuff?
It's greed.
Well, I
yes,
mean,
exactly.
she's got towers too.
Where
Like her
are
whole
towers?
symbol is a tower.
Yes, we found it. At least one of them.
There's, I mean, so okay. Let me lay it out for you. He just like
Yeah, please do because we need to sell this.
So there's like after the God Wars, they all like left. They didn't really because they kept ruining stuff. You know what I mean?
I do.
Around here, like the whole reason that canyon's there is kind of their fault. But no, they left. They made their own planes, kind of. So like supposedly, so like Quinnis is like a big old jungle because you know nature and stuff.
Yeah.
But and you know like Zenith is like a giant mountain with storms all the time. But Bruxatana, hers is like a big white and silver city with just like towers everywhere. It's
Do you
called
think
hold on. Awashizu.
oh fancy.
Could you
Yeah,
spell that? write it down, bro?
sure. Auaxizzu.
I hope somebody else remembers that.
I'll send it to you.
Thank you.
I've seen it in writing before.
It's not me, Sherry. I don't remember this.
Yeah, I
It's-
don't know. Some
it's
of the
right
more
there on the
pretentious,
map.
like some of the regular, you know, more kind of people-focused gods give their places names you can pronounce. But you know, I don't know. Bruxatana's a little bit hoity-toity. Not my kind of place, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe you could find
So
something there.
This is a physical place we could visit that
Well, I mean, getting there's supposed to be kind of impossible. But I do know a witch that lives like a day into the woods that could probably figure something out.
point us in her direction. I think. What do you guys think?
Is it Mama
Does she
Odie?
require payment of some kind to switch?
D'autres ragout?
If it's money
Maybe.
that she leaves, I did win a bunch of prize money in the most recent tournament.
I would assume witches deal in things other than
No,
money.
you'd want money, but she might.
Well, yeah, good old. I wish there was something I could do with it because it's burning a hole in my pocket. I don't really do gold.
I mean, she might try to take some other things.
Such as what?
As long as it's not my soul, that's okay.
No, she's not really that type. She's more like if she thinks you have an interesting memory, like or story, she might pull it out of your head and then you don't remember it anymore, and she just has it in a jar or something.
That sounds
What?
like
I
a
like my
hag.
stories.
If I'm being honest with you, that sounds like hag behavior. And not to say anything against a hag, but that's definitely a hag.
I have
maybe.
stories I would be okay getting rid of. I think some of us do too. It is not just me.
Yeah.
I mean,
Are you
Splout.
talking about the one time with the thing and the place and with you know who? Because I would want to forget that too.
No, I think it was with the other you know who, with the you know what.
Oh, you know what? Valid.
The
Period.
one you
That.
mentioned in the letter, not the second letter, the eighth one, the other eighth one.
Oh, that one?
Wait.
No, that one was all right. No, I know why you said that now. Got
Yeah.
it. Got it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Ragu
you know.
is nodding like he understands absolutely what you're saying. Totally.
There's a lot of things that we could give this.
There-
Give a
you
hag.
might-
I'm sure
there's
that
some-
she would love.
There's some
So where does
similarities
this hag
between
live?
Blue and
She
Ragu.
could like take some of Splout's sweat and make some killer poison darts, or she could lick me and get really high.
Hmm.
But it also
Cool.
depends on
Well-
what I've
Might do
taken
that.
We
that
have a
day
lot
too.
to bargain with, I think.
I
mean,
think we got lots of payment here.
Like if
Me
I
too.
lick Splout, then I become more hallucinogenic.
So it's a whole day of travel to go find her?
Yeah,
You
because
said?
there's not really like a path. She doesn't really want. I mean, I
that's
go
fair.
there
If I was a witch
sometimes, but
from the
I can
woods.
kind of like go above, so it's a little hard to get there. On land.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you guide us or give us
Yeah.
directions?
Sure, I could take you.
Right on this map, specifically the route that we should take. It's a really big map, so it's got some fine details on it.
Huh.
That's a good map, Blue.
I mean, I could
Yo,
try to
thanks.
draw
I'm
it for
adding
you.
my cartography course last
I'm
semester.
very impressed. Yeah.
Not this semester, the past semester.
Let's see how well he'll try to draw you something.
I got
Okay.
an S plus.
He'll draw you a map.
Mad satisfactory.
Ah, that's what that means. Okay, very good.
Yeah. Yeah, like,
He'll draw you a map, and since we've been going for a little while, that seems like a good time to take a break. You have a map, you have a way to get there, and we will be right back.
and you were worried that we wouldn't have anything to do tomorrow.
We need to make that like a meme or something.
Yeah.
Yes.
With a frog on
Emily
it.
draws.
Who needs
Yeah,
frog and some dice.
gameplay?
It can become a
Oh.
shirt.
We're back. Hello. Who need brain when gameplay? Okay. So here we are. We are in the forest. We're in the Green Dawn forest. And are you asking Ragu to lead you, or you just had Ragu draw on the map? You're gonna go by the map.
I think we should try and follow the map that Blue had Ragu draw. They went through all that
Mhm.
trouble to get it drawn for us, so might as well.
I can always fly ahead too and scope it out.
That's
Oh yeah,
you
Lucy
can.
literally
Yeah,
flexes
I
with
forgot I
Blue.
had wings until about like an hour in. Not great.
Okay. I would like 2 people to make survival checks to
Who's
follow
in the
this map.
lead? Lucy and Vic.
Oh. Okay, I got a 19. Yeah, I'll lead from the air and Vic maybe from the 1 second here.
Okay.
I got a 19 plus. Okay,
Vic can
so
pick up
survival.
from there.
This is what we're rolling +8. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that is 27. If my math is
Amazing.
correct.
I rolled a nat 20.
Oh, I see.
Let's go!
We are not getting lost today. God damn it.
Vic
Dang.
knows where the hell he's going.
Okay. As you're traveling along, something tells you, especially like Lucy, you're like flying in the air, and Vic, you're like looking at this map, and you're like looking at the surroundings, and you're like, bless Ragu, they did not do a great job on this map. I rolled a 2 for Ragu in drawing the map. But you were able to you're able to figure out generally the direction they were trying to tell you to go. And so you make your way through the forest. It is very tangly. There's lots, like, there's no paths. It's like very densely packed trees. And it does start to get very dark. And I would like some to also roll a perception check for me.
All of us, or who?
Anyone. Anyone that wants to can roll a perception check.
So I got
I'm gonna let other
17.
people do it. I'm scared.
I got a 17.
Okay. Amazing. 9 for blue. Okay. As you're going through, and it's all, you know how, like, in the woods it's already darker than it is
Did it work?
in real life. But in real life, because
I tried rolling on my sheet. It rolled a 19. Can you see that in D&D Beyond or no?
Oh yes, I can.
Okay, it works. Cool.
There's like a game log for our campaign. It's kind of cool. So yeah, you're like going along, and Lucy and Wisteria, you're kind of looking around. It's getting darker because it's like that time of year where things are a little bit, it gets darker earlier. You're already walking through a forest, so it's pretty dark to begin with all the like canopy above you kind of blocking out the light. And you start to hear, like, it seems like you get to a certain point in the afternoon and there's the sounds of like something in the trees kind of walking parallel with you. Oh yeah, you're up in the air. You're muted, by the way. But I could tell what you said. You're up in the air. You can kind of see there's like these dark shapes and almost like flanking you, but they're walking with you. They seem to have like joined up with your group, and they're staying about 50 feet to either side, and they are they seem to be watching your group, tracking you.
Okay. I'm going to fly down to the group
Okay.
and give everybody a heads up quietly about that. Hey, I think that we're being followed by some big shadowy figures. Don't everybody speak at once.
They're just kind of like, they look over
Nobody speak at
occasionally,
all.
and then they
How
keep
far
walking
away are
with
they?
you. Oh, you're still muted. Are you muted again?
They're flanking us. They're on all the sides.
Do they seem hostile? Is this something that we need to deal with?
They're definitely keeping an eye on us. I'm not sure in terms of hostility.
Do we need to lose them, or is this something that we're gonna allow till we get to the witch's house?
I mean, I doubt we need them, but
How do you
think
feel
I
about
will.
it, Vic?
I mean, I can. I can send some sacred flame out towards them. It'll probably not hit anyone because
Scare them a little bit.
Yeah, just kind of shot across the old bow kind of deal. I mean, considering I can't see them all that well, it might just be like a. I mean, if if they're as close as Lucy is saying they are, this it might hit someone and they might think twice. But if they're friendly, then I'm being an arsehole. So
Yeah, that's what I'm not sure of. Maybe we'll just let Lucy keep her eye on them, and then just see what happens when we get close to the witch's house. Maybe they're sentries to the witch.
Yes, perhaps. I will take to the air again, and if things get weird, I will let you know.
The things are already weird.
Weirder then. Let's just say that.
oh,
Yeah.
That's a
you know what I could do though? Real
What
quick.
could you do, Victor?
Well, considering I'm a goody two shoes now, I can sense auras and stuff.
Oh.
So if you give me a
That is
second,
very fancy.
if you
we're
give-
talking out loud about the fact that we're being like followed parallelogram, right?
Yes.
And they know that we know they're there. Y'all saw.
And they know that we know that they know now. Just wait.
You know that I know that you know what's going on.
Yo, what's up, bro?
Well, I don't get to do this very often, so I'm going to do it just in case there's
Do
anything
it.
special. So, Emma, I'm going to use a charge of
Yeah.
divine sense. So, as my action, I can detect good and evil. Until the end of my next turn, you can sense anything affected by Hallow or know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead, including Laxon, that is not behind cover.
I don't know. You might have known
He's
before.
right there.
I don't know.
Dude, you know he's sensitive about that.
Thankfully,
Okay,
I was
hang on
out
a
of
second.
character about that.
Yeah, I mean, there's only one person who knows in character.
Tis true.
See,
I didn't remember it. Like, if you actually told anybody.
see, that's the thing. That's the
Just
thing.
press that.
Vic has divine sense now, so
Anything affected by the Hallow spell.
and celestials, fiends, and undead, as
Okay.
well as good or evil alignments.
Oh, well, blue is definitely glowing, man.
You don't notice anything about Alaxon.
Hmm. Oh,
Damn.
I'm like remembering
many
all sorts of
secrets.
things all at the same time. I'm so sorry.
Just funny because you're the
You-
one who wrote it.
I know. I'm sorry. Look. Anyway, it's been a few months in real life too, okay? I forget things sometimes. And I have notes in 10 million different places.
I mean, who need brain when
Who need
gameplay,
brain
right?
when gameplay? Okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Come on. Why
don't need facts.
need lore? Keep it in a
When-
folder. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. You sense to the right of your group, you sense a fiendish presence. To the left of your group, you sense a fiendish presence. And behind your group, you sense a fiendish presence.
Uh-oh.
They all seem similar. They're not. You said alignment also?
Yeah, just good and evil. If they're neutral, it won't come up, I don't think.
Then you do not sense good or evil
So
in this particular case.
So in that case, if I know they're not good and I know they're not evil, I could reasonably deduce they're neutral.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna be like, fiend, fiend, fiend. I'm not getting any hints of malice or one of the fiends. So you wouldn't be getting hints of goodness either. So whatever's following us is at least neutral to our intentions so far, but they are fiends.
Well, I think maybe we could be neutral to their intentions then too. and
If
just
you
leave
look
it
at
be.
blue, you will definitely see that he's a chaotic good boy.
Yeah, he is.
All right. When you pause for a moment, they also pause. And then if you keep walking,
Did they
keep
react
following.
when I called to them? I was like, hey, what's up, bro?
Lucy, because Lucy is like above, so Lucy would have seen them like turn, but they just keep moving alongside. They don't get any closer to you or any farther away.
Perhaps
I
this is
try a
just the
few
witch's
different
entry.
languages.
You try what?
I try a few different languages.
What do you got?
I speak all of them, and I understand and read and write all of
Whoa.
them.
Monks.
Yeah, it's exhausting.
Yeah. Infernal seems to work. Primordial seems to work. They seem to like turn toward you and then keep moving.
Cool. So I'll
Yeah.
like just because I like the sound of primordial, because it's like which I'm sure sounds really good with my homemade voice mod. So like I like bro talk in primordial to them. It's like, yo, what's up, bro? You wanna come chill? Well, we like get to know. My name's Blundlep. Zorba Splur.
I think at that point, like you're like talking to these things, this mouth goes, and I'm Swalth.
Y'all, it's my cousin Splauth, man.
So, hello.
This is
Should I-
the Splauth.
It goes to election. Is that okay? Should I maybe should
Does
talk
Slough
to them.
speak primordial? That's cool.
Because he's the prime
Nope.
member of our body.
Nope, he sure does.
Where do we see our languages on this? Sorry, I'm not good at using this.
Lower left, proficiencies in languages box. I think the languages are at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
That's just Splouth's response anytime Blue says something in another language.
Yeah.
Because Blue's
Hey,
name,
what's up, man?
yeah, Blue's name is the same in every language. It's always Blundlep. Zorba Splauth.
He starts talking in
it's the-
Gnomish because he knows that for some reason.
It's the tongue of our people. Yo, I start speaking Gnomish back.
I start speaking in Sylvan and it sounds like wind chimes, but again, like Blue, I keep my vocal fry. So it sounds like wind chimes kind of like being thrown into an airplane turbine.
Lovely.
They seem to turn when you speak Sylvan as well. But they
I don't
still
think they like
don't
that
respond.
Unless I said a bad word. If so, I'm sorry. I am like, it's been a while since I spoke Sylvan.
Wow.
No, you didn't say anything bad. Actually, you were kind of formal.
Thank you. I bow.
Yay. Yo, these dudes are mad chill. Like, they don't seem like.
Yeah, they're just watching us.
What was
They're not trying
what
to
was
harm
the
us.
witch's name? Again.
Hepzibah Mossrot.
Yeah, you know
Moss.
Hepzibah Moss Rot. Totally not a
They kind of
hag.
stop and look at you.
Yeah, no, these are escorts, but how salt.
I think
And then
so,
they keep
too. Yeah. Okay, well now we know their intentions at least, so that's good.
I do a
That
backflip.
means it must be close.
You walk maybe like 10 more minutes and you come to this kind of clearing in the middle of all these trees. Like the trees are very densely packed, but there's this clearing there ahead of you, and you do see a kind of like rough and tumble kind of house situation, but it's got like weird rooms tacked on in weird ways, and it takes up like a whole
Splout.
side of this clearing.
It's loud. It looks just like our house.
Oh yeah, it's pretty
That
good.
is slow, bro. Yes. I thought.
Sure. Okay. It was great. um, as you kind of get close to this clearing. It is starting to get dark, but there's slightly more light in this area because, there's open to the sky, even though the sun is kind of the light is fading. There is still just enough light that you can kind of see the outline of this like weird amalgamation of strange buildings. And like there's like animal parts. There's like half a deer just like hanging out outside. There's
just like home.
There's like some weird like bone chimes hanging out in the front door. It's like a really like squat kind of house, so like very low. And out of the trees, you see 3 giant black snakes come out from the trees, kind of come around your group, and curl up in front of the door.
I'm getting like Ursula vibes, like with the eel.
Bro? Oh man,
with the eels.
This may be a bad time to mention that I recently dated a young tea. She was real nice. But she said it wouldn't work out. Because I work out too much, apparently.
What's her name? Aster?
No, who's that?
Just a local legend.
Nice.
In another universe, actually.
Wow, you should tell me that story sometime.
Yeah, you're right. I think you'd like
I
it.
missed you guys, bros. I sling my big sticky arm around relaxing. You too, bro.
You go step into the clearing, or do you stay outside?
No.
Epsaba, are you there?
You hear something that sounds like pots and pans falling off of a shelf inside.
I think you are there.
And the snakes kind of move to the side. The door like flings open, and a little green goblin woman comes walking out of the house like, "What are you? Who are you?"
Hello.
Hello, Miss Mothra.
I don't know you.
No,
What's
we
up?
do not. We're here about a prophecy.
She's holding a frying pan.
Yes, I see that you are armed. We don't mean you any harm.
What kind of prophecy?
Well, my name is Lucrézia. I come from the Temple of Quenis. We spoke with Ragu. He said you were the person we should see. That you might be able to help us.
What?
Said you know stuff and
Yeah.
things.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
I do
can
know
see it.
stuff and things.
Lots
She
of
kinda
stuff
like,
and things.
all right. Come on, I'll send the
very
snakes
gifts.
away.
Yo, we know we love your friends.
What are your
She kind of
snakes'
turns around. She goes,
Mothra?
what kind of gifts?
Well, like pretty much anything that you could probably imagine. If that our folk are kind of capable of, like when I gesture to me and Splout, like if I lick him, my mucus becomes extremely hallucinogenic. If you lick him, you might get a little poisoned, but you also get like a feeling of euphoria.
And if you mix the two, we still don't know. We would see.
Actually, yeah, like it doesn't affect us the same way that it affects other humanoids.
Interesting.
Also, what's up? My name's Blue. I step out from between the trees. I'm just like, Sorry.
All right. You were asking
I'm
about
really
the snakes. You said,
Yeah, what were their names?
They're cool.
Yeah, they seem very
this
nice.
this one is Cinder.
Hi, Cinder.
This one is Cole.
Hi, Cole.
And this one is Snowflake, because I just really like snow.
Do you get a lot of snow in these parts?
No.
Snowflake
can make
appears to
some
be the
sound.
favorite child.
Wrong name.
What'd you say?
Prestidigitation. I'm making little snowflakes like drift down on top of
Aw.
a load of goblin.
Is
Nice.
Snowflake the favorite child?
I won't tell if you don't. She throws like a rat to it.
And the other two like attack it.
Pat on the head.
Alright.
Okay, go play. And she sends the snakes back off into the trees, and she's like, "Come inside." It's like really, you like look inside. It's a very small room, but somehow you all fit in. Even though several of you are tall,
I'm
and
like
wearing
7 feet tall.
wearing
What does that
armor
mean?
occasionally. Like I'm just
Oh my
picturing
God.
Vic having tumbled out of the building in our last little series in like full armor, trying to like squeeze into this
I
tiny
was gonna
little.
say,
Yeah,
do I burst into flames when I go into this place?
No, you don't seem to.
Okay.
It's like a Looney Tune. You just like move. You just like your arms less.
She kind of sits in like a weird pile of like blankets that looks vaguely like a chair.
It's a nest, okay?
She's got weird little like bottles and things all over and stuff hanging from the ceilings. So, like, what are you trying to find out?
About prophecies mostly.
Yeah.
Prophecies.
When Chestnut says prophecy, I play a little like strum, and I give Chestnut bardic inspiration for when she
Oh,
talks to
sick.
this person.
Ooh,
Okay.
very nice. Okay.
Great.
We don't typically deal much with prophecies.
What about interpretations of prophecies? Are you good at that?
Well, I could try my hand, I guess.
Yeah, you seem very capable. I bet you are probably one of the better people we could talk to about this. That's what they say at the monastery, at least.
Yeah, your office is way more organized than it was at that monastery. Just saying, no offense, Lucrézia.
Oh, none taken, Blue. None taken. Do not
Oh.
worry.
What information do we have to work with? I guess is what I'm wondering.
I take out rubbing all of the prophecy that I took because I take organized net and I have them in my school binder.
Right.
Okay, let's see. Starts reading it. Interesting. Every time you can tell, like every time she gets to a paragraph, she looks at one of you. I understand. Okay.
I'm like reading over her shoulder, like, and my lips smooth when I read because I'm a bro.
That's
And I come in
you
and close,
then.
and I'm like, whatever you do, do not mention the chosen ones. They're sensitive
Well.
folk around.
It's a little sensitive for some of us still.
Yes.
Look, prophecies, I mean, chosen for what? Am I right?
You are right. Yes.
Right.
Seriously.
That's what we said.
Especially Quinnis, come on.
I know.
They're a little bit wacky. Not that they're not nice. I've met them a couple times, and I mean, they're very friendly once you figure out who the heck they are. But, you know, they're prone to tricks for sure. All right, let's see. She's like, well, I mean, towers, obviously, you have the very obvious connection to Brooksatana. Is that what you're referring to?
I would say so.
I'm like bottling up my mucus for this woman as much as I possibly can. Like, I love her. I'm like, Leo the Chestnut.
Yes, I'll need at least 2 vials, thank you. Okay.
There's like 7 pots already. I'm looking kind of dry. I spritz myself.
I mean, I guess like, did you already do this thing, or is this supposed to still happen? Is that what you're assuming?
Well, we thought we did it, but then I think that we've only done some of it, and now we have to do the rest of it.
If you turn the page, you'll see a more recent prophecy that's Mad Doom Gloom. Ugh.
Was there like something you still had to find, or what? Like, what's left over?
Yeah, we never finished with the unbroken glass people, and that one lady got away from us, and we've been trying to hunt her down and finish the job. But
A
it's
lady.
really tough on a lot of us lately, and things just kind of got away. Life happens, and we've all been really busy, and there's just been a
Her
lot going
name
on.
is in the blue tab on the 7th page on the 4th paragraph.
Okay. Oh yes, I see. Right. I'll say go ahead and make a performance check, Chestnut. With you can use your bardic inspiration if you like, to try to, as
Don't need
best
it.
as you can, give her as many details as she needs to try and
I
puzzle
will
this
use
out.
my bardic inspiration. It's a 10, right?
Maybe. Yeah,
I think
maybe.
so.
It is for a bard at level. Hmm.
Okay, so I got a math 22 with my bardic inspiration.
Ooh, very good. Okay.
Thanks, Maggie.
Okay. She's kind of like, yeah, okay, this lady obviously a zealot of some kind. Sure, absolutely. And you said she had what? Okay, that makes fair. Interesting magic. Some sort of escape. Very fascinating, and you're trying to find her. She gets like gradually
Yeah, but
louder as she's like,
we kind of already think we might know, but we were kind of hoping you could confirm, if nothing else, somewhere up north and somewhere probably really cold, and apparently where nobody goes, but somebody goes there. Like one of those places.
wow. You're talking about up north here.
Yes.
The tower, the confluence, sure. Well, there is that, and I suppose that could be. But the thing is, people do go there every year.
Uh-huh. But they don't come back. Where do they go?
No, they do come back. Well, they don't go into the actual confluence. They go to the tower. There's a bunch of mages that are very high on their own shit, frankly. And they tend to go there and, keep an eye on it so the world doesn't end. Usually
Oh.
every New Year or something.
Maybe
But
we should try and talk to them.
I don't know, because they're pretty, isolated. They like to keep themselves to themselves. Magocracy, that sort of thing. But she did go somewhere. There's a bunch of familiars that go there too, absolutely. She did go somewhere. Hold on. And she kind of like grabs a handful of like chicken bones, maybe, or like squirrels. I don't know. And like kind of like throws them on the table and takes a couple of like colored powders and throws them on there and kind of sees how everything lands and like
Wow, that's gorgeous.
dumps out a little bit of oil on top of it, sees how it pools up.
It's her salad.
Yeah.
You look at Blue, and
gonna
Blue
say-
is like picked up. I have picked up Splav, and I'm like.
Does she also put a blend of 11 herbs and spices on this bone
She
salad?
does give you a card with 11, no, a recipe. We got a posture check and a group hydrate, folks. Thank you, Artemis. I think here's the thing. Because, there's towers everywhere. Everybody seems to think they need to put some proof of their awesomeness on display with a tall building, or I don't understand it, but whatever. Wizards.
Usually pretty
Wizards.
phallic is what we've discovered.
Some, although there was this lady wizard who did this really cool diamond-shaped one. It was very nice.
Oh,
Anyway.
lovely.
Shout out to the city of Chicago. Anyway. No, I think the tower up north is a red herring, so to speak. It looks like this woman went farther afield. I don't exactly know how she would have done it. Kind of impossible magic, if you ask me. She probably got jostled along the way, no doubt, trying to avert the natural order of things and the sorting of souls. Anyway. She's like mumbling. I don't know. But if they did this, well, okay. So if she succeeded in getting to where I think she's going, or went, or something, whatever. If she actually succeeded in getting there, she's probably an Awashizu. It's a plane made of towers.
Oh yeah, that plane. Gosh, I've never traveled interdimensionally before. Is that easy or not easy?
Definitely not easy. I mean, there's like a proper way to do it. The planes of the gods is where your souls go, you know, when you die. And well, usually, I guess. I don't know.
Got me a couple of whippets and 2 glasses of giggle water, and you can travel into I'll show you how to travel interdimensionally.
Well, I mean, I could think of a way to maybe get you there for a limited period of time. But it would be
through song? Is it through song? Please tell me it's through
What?
song.
No, it's definitely not
You know,
through
we
song.
just sing
Do
and
I
we
sound
believe in
like
each
I
other.
sing?
I'm
Well,
sure
quite
you
good,
sing
actually.
melodious melodies now.
Wisteria and I do a rather good duet.
Oh, I'm sure you
I think you
do,
sing.
but I don't sing very much. Except to my snakes. They're wonderful.
You're so
Anyways.
lucky.
There might be a way to get you there for a limited amount of time. It would be very difficult, though, because Awashizu is a plane of, well, supposedly. It's all about climbing the ladder, pulling yourself up by your bootstraps or whatever, making it in the big political nonsense of whatever the heck they care about. Being important. If she went to hide there, she probably, first of all, thinks herself very important to have skipped the line, so to speak.
She does.
But also, I don't know, it'd be very difficult. You'd need some fancier clothes, probably.
What's wrong with our clothes?
Because my
Everybody's
armor's
important.
very shiny.
Well, you
I'm
might
not-
fit in. Is it silver? What is it? She's like,
It's rare armor that gleams and is always clean.
right, well, I mean, if it's silver,
Doesn't Vic
it'll
also have
work.
the silver scarf?
I'm wearing essentially an open jerkin, like a jerkin, and like a pair of linen pants that are like real sushi.
I mean, you'll be fine. I guess you could go like this, but you might, well, here, hold on. And she starts like throwing things out of a bookshelf
Because
and
it's hard to
couple
find
other stuff.
clothes that fit me, and also like stretch and decent amount. Like I can't bust a few of these wearing leather pants. No offense,
Well,
Alexa.
if I can find this, hang on.
We're about to be
So-
dressed
Also,
in
I gotta
sequins.
say, Alexa looks like you painted those pants on. Just saying, they look nice. I like
Sexy
nudge
Alaxan art.
I like nudge
We need-
Chestnut. I'm like,
Sexy Alaxan art. That's what we need. I'm telling you. She pulls out this like thing that looks almost like it's just like a kind of milky white stick or like a little rod. It's like very small. You can use this twice a day. use it sparingly. And she kind of like hands it to whoever. Well, Chestnut was talking to her, so she hands it to Chestnut. If you snap it, like you just kind of crack it like a little, you know those little party favors where you like light them up? They're
Oh,
little
do
magical
I?
prestidigitation, little tourist
Yeah.
trap.
Oh, wait, do
Glow.
I?
They're like
They're
glow
not
sticks.
They're
poppers.
limited sticks.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, those. I kind
You
of forget
could've-
about them because of the poppers.
You kind of snap them and think of how you want to look, how you want to be dressed, and it sort of allows you to be dressed that way for 3 hours.
Oh,
A group
that's
of you
convenient.
together, but you all have to be right next to each other. And, you know, you could do it again another time of the day. So if you're there for 6 hours, but don't run out of time. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you'll
Okay,
be in
so
your normal clothes, and everybody
we
else
only
will be
have-
in white and silver.
We only have 12 hours to do this. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
And then how do we get there? You said that was kind of complicated, so.
What?
Kind of party? I'm confused.
Here's what you have to do. You have to let
Yeah,
me
we're
do
planning
this
on going to a party.
little. First of all, I need payment for this, so I'm gonna borrow your friend. And she puts her hand on Splouth and turns him into a statue.
Oh,
He's
what?
just like
Hold on.
beautiful
What?
green stone, just kind of marble.
What?
I'm just gonna
What?
borrow him for a little bit. He's so cute.
What are you gonna do
Anyway.
to
I
him?
agree with you, ma'am. What is it? That's
just-
my.
Look, it's fine. He'd probably die there anyway. Just calm down.
Couldn't we
Okay.
just like give you money though?
I
Like,
don't
trading
want
really hard.
money. What are you talking about?
I like gesture
Money.
to the 8 parts of my mucus, sweat, hallucinogenic, and non-hallucinogenic, and I'm like, I made this for you, man.
Wonderful. I'll take
Can
it.
you at least like not have him be still? He'll chill here and make tea, and like have tea with you. He's actually really good at a tea service.
he can also sing. He can dance. He's learning.
Oh, he's a
to cook.
great dancer, and then he can really do good makeup.
He can mend your
Yeah.
clothes too.
Kind of looks at him.
He can braid
We
hair.
grew up
Really well.
selling our own clothes because we were kind of poor because there was like a lot of us who were kids.
Yeah, okay. She like unfreezes him. Fine, whatever. You're staying here, my love. Keeping me company. And she's like, the rest of you outside.
I lean over to Chestnut. I'm like, does Splouth have more riz than me? This never happens to me.
He's learned a lot over the last few months, Blue. He's been
Wavy
engrossed in the
moment.
theater, as we say.
I was gonna try and shoot my shot with her, but I guess Splouth got there first.
Maybe she likes her shot with multiple people.
We're family. It's not really like blood couple keg
That's
powder.
fair. That's fair.
It's not really like keg.
And as they go out, Vic looks at Sploff like, Sploff? If anything goes wrong, remember the things me and Chestnut taught you, aye?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Stab him with the pointy end.
Yes.
Use protection,
Idiot.
bro.
Don't
You don't
drink too
want
much
to end up
cider.
with you don't want to end up with a clutch bags stealing all your
Okay.
life. That's what Auntie always said.
Okay.
That's what Mom
Okay.
always said.
Okay. That'll work. Yeah, that's fine.
I bet you guys will be friends, Sloth. You have a lot in common.
Sure.
I better go
Well, we're
outside.
both greed, I guess.
Do the
Yeah.
one song about, do the one lip sync about the wrecking ball.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, we do that.
She takes you outside, and she's like, Brad, I'm gonna need you all to lay down in the circle.
Do we get to hold hands? I grab.
If you feel
Black's
you
hand.
need to. You might want
Yeah,
to.
we need
It would
to.
be comforting.
Okay.
This voice is killing my voice. Oh, good grief.
I'm
All right.
confused.
Yes, hold hands, fine, whatever. Hmm.
Wait,
And she
whose
starts-
hand is Alaxon holding? I'm curious because I know
Mine.
Alaxon isn't a touchy person.
Chestnuts, obviously.
But who's the
But
second
yeah.
hand?
Mine.
Who's the second
Oh,
hand holding?
I immediately grab his other hand. Fuck.
It's Blue's perfect opportunity to get.
It's not
close.
as moist because I did spend a lot of my mucus, so like, it's actually quite pleasant. Only slightly glistening. And not sticky at all.
Alexa, do you let it happen?
I mean, sure.
Sure. Okay, so you're in a circle, you're laying on the ground. Everybody's holding hands.
Yay!
I got another
These-
hand who wants to hold it.
Steps into the center of the circle and starts speaking
I grab Vic's
some wild nonsense. It doesn't, like, Blue, you know every language. This is not a language. This is a whole other, it's like gibberish.
But I do recognize it because Zachariah speaks this language in the middle of a party while he's on the dance floor. I'm like, bro,
Probably.
you know Zachariah? Zachariah. To the
She's
ladies.
just like pauses for a moment, keeps going. She starts chanting at some point, and she's like, seems to be like pouring oils on all of you. One point, she winds a string around each of your right arms and like connects them all together, and she's like, and she's like saying nothing. All right, everybody.
Steve definitely escaped Gerblin Town in the last installment of the Summer Woods.
For sure.
Yeah. She
All
settled
right.
on this planet.
My apologies to all of you are about to temporarily pass away. Bye-bye! And she, like, claps her hands. A cloud of, like, yellow
no.
smoke falls over all of you. And when you open your eyes, like, everything goes dark for a minute. You open your eyes, and you are in a city of, like, black square buildings. She didn't tell you where you were going. It doesn't seem to be a place of like white and silver towers like you were supposed to be going. But anyone who would like to can make an Arcana check or a religion check, whichever you would prefer. There are black buildings everywhere. The sky is dark gray, and there is like a strange black kind of tree or neuron looking thing at the center of this city that like arches out over the rooftops.
I rolled
Is that a
nat
32 or a 5?
I
A nat
rolled
1?
A nat 1 on my
Oh,
religion.
Not sure.
23 total.
23?
Damn.
Yeah, 19 plus 4.
Dang. What did you say when Lucy, I'm sorry, you're still muted. No?
11 on Arcana. Nothing. Yep.
Did my 19 go through?
Yes.
Awesome.
Sweet. Okay, thank you. You're all kind of standing here. And I'll say Alaxon 2 could probably roll this with advantage because of reasons. Religion, Arcana, history? Personal history?
30-20 on Arcana.
Okay. You're kind of looking around. A few of you realize this at the same time. So when a person dies in Bhenkar, their souls are sent to a plane that is, or there's like a city floating around Bhenkar called the Shade. It is where the goddess of death lives, and it is where souls are sorted. You're just kind of in a street. There's like strange, ethereal-looking people kind of walking by, like kind of ghostly people. There's some that look just normal, like humanoid, solid. There's some that look like they're made out of the elements. It's very strange. And they all seem to be like very busy with a task of some kind. When you all just appear, someone runs up to you and says, "Gosh, I'm so sorry. Total party kill, huh? All right, well, let's take you and we'll see where you belong." And that's where we're going to end our episode.
Blue
love the
like
customer
sees this and
service
he's like,
voice.
"Oh, I did an
Amazing.
exchange program here one time. Oh, dang, we're about to go on a side quest, bros."
Oh
Look, I know
no.
I'm old, but it's not my time.
Don't
Uh,
worry.
So y'all are, I don't know, temporarily dead, I guess, and we'll be back tomorrow.
What do you mean you guess? You're the one who came up with this.
We'll be back tomorrow to finish this adventure. We'll be back at 8:30 again, playing the same game and with the same group. Second part tomorrow. In the meantime, feel free to donate to our Extra Life campaign. We're still raising money. We got to get to that $1,500 stretch goal. And I think maybe we might raid someone. I don't know. Are we?
Let's do it.
Someone?
No, that's up to Artemis.
If someone is awake, which I hope that Artemis is getting rest.
Me too.
Um,
I'm not logged into the admin account, so I can't.
Yeah.
I'm a mod. I could.
But yeah, donate to Extra Life, of course. We're still raising money through the end of the year. And oh yeah, Artemis is still here. Artemis, are we going somewhere? I'm not in my computer.
Not
That's
right
okay. Then we don't have to raid anybody. Go find your own
We can
stuff,
get it.
people.
Can we
I got it. I got it.
Go
I
watch.
got it.
Theater.
Can
Go
we
watch
do
some
it as Mod
D&D.
Cedar? I didn't think we could.
I don't know.
I don't
Give it a
think
shot.
so.
Why not? Let's go see the lollygaggers.
Oh yeah, they're in bed. If it will let you.
That's where they belong right
Rain?
now.
Mm-hmm.
But if not, everybody have an excellent evening. We'll finish this tomorrow. Have a great night.
On a god match, I probably can't do it.
No. Oh, that's okay.
I'm gonna shut them off. What do you mean I don't have the power? Ooh.
No, go to sleep, Artemis. It's fine.
How
Why are you even
dare
still awake?
Yeah, you're good.
Apologize.
Yeah.
Artemis, shut up. Go to sleep.
Yeah, shut up.
Yeah, shut up.
You don't go
Alright,
to
let's
sleep.
end
I'm
the
gonna
stream
come over to
then.
your
Let me
house
go
and
to
put a part in your house.
If we're not
You
raiding,
don't want that.
Right.
If
Say
you're
good-
not rating.
Say goodbye,
Good
everyone.
night, everybody.
Good night,
Bye,
everyone.
everyone.
Join us tomorrow for the second half of this game.
Watching.
We'll see you then.